Hi, and welcome to North of 40. Oh, did I lose you guys? No, I lost myself.
No,
Here we
no.
are. Welcome to North of 48. And we have Charity and Cameon. We're going to get an update on their adventures because you've had quite a few adventures. Let
Yeah.
me let me straighten the screen out here. Oh, so how are you guys? How are you doing? You're looking good, both of you.
Uh,
That's good.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it has been. It
Yeah,
has
we're
been.
after the walk. We were pretty busy with life, getting everything back to
Oh, I can imagine.
pre-walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right too. But you've also had some other activities going on, I've noticed on your Facebook.
Yeah, there's been tons of stuff going
Boy,
on.
boy. Yes, there has. And there's been, but what I have noticed is there's been still missing people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys have been
Important.
posting about, and some have been found, thank God.
Yes, it's always nice when that happens. But unfortunately nothing seems to have given up in that. Like there's still people going missing.
Right, right. There is. How long did it take you to recover from having to go across Canada on your walk?
Recover how? Like physically, mentally, or financially?
It takes a toll on both, does it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well,
Financially, I think we're pretty close
We're pretty
to
close to
recover.
caught up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're up in northern BC right now. Are you coming back to Alberta eventually, or what's going on?
Well, we'll be visiting family eventually, and hopefully going to visit family that we made along the way soon too, right?
Right.
Yeah. As for now, it's just trying to keep up with life, work, and yeah,
Mm.
Work's been really busy.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a good thing,
Yes, it is. We really
I get-
needed to get back to work after all
right?
that.
Are you able to work in your trade again, Cameron? Or
Yeah, I'm doing my trade work.
Yeah, and
I'm doing I'm the project. What do you call it? Beautification.
yeah, community beautification. So that's been
oh,
really nice because we had a conversation on our way back, and that was one of the things that we were discussing. And I was telling him like I really want to get back to community and just like do what we're good at, so that in our community, so that way we're helping out the communities.
right.
Because that's really where everything needs to start is just at home in the
Hmm.
territories, right?
No, I agree. What about your son? He must have been very proud of you after you completed.
Yes, he
Hmm.
was, and yeah, it's it's been really amazing to watch our boys grow, and they were both very proud, but it's still a hard subject for him to speak on.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
imagine.
yeah, he
Um,
came out
Go
with
ahead.
us. Yeah, he came out with us to meet another one of the walkers. So there was another walker that went right from Takla, Clarence Abraham. So
Okay.
he walked right from Takla, which is something new for sure that I've never heard of, where they're walking the back country.
Hmm.
So if you're familiar, Takla is like how many hours back is
I
it?
am. I am actually.
Two and a half.
Yeah, 2.5 drive. So he walked right from Takla to Burns Lake. So that was,
Wow.
yeah, we went out to meet with him, and Sun came out for that. So that was
Right.
nice.
Is the smoke affecting you guys right now? Because I heard there fire in Tumbler Ridge right now,
There was
or
a
there
little bit of
was.
smoke yesterday, but not too much today. It's raining here today, so it's nice.
Oh, okay. Well, it's really affecting me, and I'm out in Edmonton, and the
Oh
smoke is
well.
coming into the city again. So, but I know some people up at Tumbler too, so it's
No.
every year now. One of the things you brought to light was the when you went through Winnipeg and at the garbage dump or recycle, there was some bodies in there, and the government at the time did not want to dig through it and give these people a rest. I have heard since they've found some of these people with the new government in charge, right? Have you heard that?
Um, I haven't heard about them finding anybody, but I have heard about the convictions because those are our friends. So they invited us over for the Morgan Harris Memorial Powwow.
Yeah.
You're probably following the news a lot more than we are. We are way up in the northern Rocky Mountain Trench, right?
Yeah.
Of
Beautiful
BC.
country.
It is. But yeah, no, like we did go back to Winnipeg for the Memorial Powwow for Morgan Harris.
Wow.
And yeah, and they've since then Wab Canu's been elected, and like there's been so much happening since like just 1 year ago today. Like I was looking at my, your memories pop up on
Yes.
Facebook. Yeah, so I was looking at that, and just from here to there, there's been so much movement there. But unfortunately, Grand Chief has passed, right? And she was a huge mover and shaker for all of those social issues, especially search the landfill. She was there with the families the whole time, and it's really heartbreaking to hear that she's gone.
Right. And just to bring up the fact there, Cameron, when you guys got to the end of Canada, you showed us that there was a garbage dump at the end of
Yeah,
Canada. So
in St. John.
yeah, that's just insane. Yeah. Darn it. I hope the people can get closure on this. It's been a huge
Yeah,
problem.
this was just this past weekend, and it was like it was hard because me and my cousin we work up here, and I was distraught. I was like, yeah, we'll have an early day, and we haven't had an early day in like a while. Like I was very distraught because the things that she's done for the families in Winnipeg. Not only that, it's like the families and like the leaders across Canada, even across the world. Like she's been a part of it, and she's such a great advocate for that.
Mhm.
And our condolences go to her family and the friends in Winnipeg there, Manitoba.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, it seems that good people are with us for a while, and then they pass, right? And we try to carry on and build.
Mhm.
So you've been involved with some activities, I've noticed, since your walk, like a lot of activities.
Gretchen.
Gretchen just wants to play right now.
No, okay. Well, if you hear barking, I'll have to go get my dog. She's outside right now playing in the snow. And,
Gretchen,
but yeah, you've kept the mantra or what you were trying to do. It's expressed in other ways now, and with some of these families and these people who are missing. So kudos to you guys. I mean,
Yeah, it's been tough to try to keep up with everything. Actually, the other day I spent a good couple hours just reaching out for help to keep up to the advocacy and stuff like that.
right.
So that's kind of, I talked with one of my coworkers, and I was just like, how do you guys keep up? Like you guys manage a whole community, and there's so many different moving parts, and along with policy and just day to day. And it's like, how do you guys keep up with all of this? Is like, because I'm having a hard time right now trying to keep up with just the advocacy, because we don't get paid for that, right? That's just all out of our own time and stuff, along with so I just went and kind of had a little conversation and tried to de-stress and sort it out in my brain. And then a few minutes later, I got on the phone and I just started calling all of the people within BC that are like-minded, that do this stuff out of, it's kind of just our obligation. It's our duty, right? Like, regardless of whether we get paid or not. So I got on the phone and I contacted other advocates in the area and started handing some of this off to them, because we have so much responsibilities that we need to take care of. And I noticed that for me specifically, it's like if I'm too overwhelmed, I just like I need to take a break, and I'll just like not even mentally, like my body will just kind of like I get sick easier then, and it's just
Well,
yeah.
it's stressful to begin
Hmm.
with, but many hands make the workload a little bit lighter, right?
Yeah.
And I truly understand that wanting to help the community out, and especially on being an advocate for this issue.
Hmm.
Um, it's probably better if you could spread the work out a little bit and don't internalize it all to yourself, and everybody can heal together, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Um,
it's
so
still tough.
Cameron just grabbed something here, and
Did he?
it's a pretty big deal. So this is Your Tears Are Not Enough, and
Could you
it's
put it towards charity? Just no, towards and down. There you go. Hey, oh, okay. Now hold it. Your tears are not enough. I can't see the author.
it's Tanya Johnson.
Tanya Johnson. Okay.
So
And
she's one of my friends I've actually known for quite a few years.
right.
Since 2019 I met her,
Okay.
and she was a huge
Help and while we did this walk, she was like selling some of her
like she was
ribbon
raffling,
skirts and just stuff to help us out.
yeah,
Oh,
to
okay.
help us get across. And I can't remember whereabouts we were, but she's just like, hey, would you be interested in being part of our reading group? So she started sending me chapters to this. And I
Okay.
don't know, did I mention this? I don't think I mentioned it because I
No.
wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed. That's right. Yeah, so I wasn't allowed speaking on it.
But
So
it does have our name on the front.
yeah, I think the cover is going to change, but if you look at the bottom, it's
Yes, it does. Charity and Cameon. Oh,
yeah. So we were part of her reading group while she was writing this,
okay.
and it's an Indigenous perspective, and it's just a page turner, right? It's about MMIW, and it's has a spiritual component and a lot of suspense, and yeah. So, anyways,
How does it end?
You'll have to buy the book.
you'll have to buy the book. It's a thin one, so. But she's committed her revenues. So after publishing and all this stuff, she's committed her revenues to go directly to families who are searching for their loved ones.
Well, that is just wonderful.
Yeah. So
How does a
that's been
person get a hold of this book then? Where is it printed
so
through Amazon or?
I'm not sure where she's selling it, to be honest. Let me I really want to let you know how to get a hold of the book. Actually, usually it says something in here.
Right, or through Facebook or?
Produced in Canada.
I think
better
that's her
be.
email right there.
So are you able to text it to him on we'll text you the email on Facebook there.
Okay,
Or
or through the chat here you could, so either one. Oh
yeah.
yeah, Facebook will be fine.
Yeah, you can even take a picture of this part.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
At APOQNMUTESNEN.
You have to slow down.
So this book she was started. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
SNEN.ca. So that's yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, and so this book she completed this, and then she said the next one's going to be out for the end of the year. I'm pretty sure.
November.
Okay.
And so that's been one of the things that we've been helping is just trying to. She wants to come and do readings, like
Right.
book readings in BC. She has one scheduled for Calgary.
She
But
does.
she was on APTN, and I'm pretty sure you might be able to search her interview on APTN.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's one of the things that I was working on this not too long ago here, but I can't
I
remember
think
when,
that's
but just helping get some readings for her in BC here.
okay.
And like I said, it's all the revenues from it are going directly to families.
Right.
We've been helping with selecting families, and we've also reached out to some of the organizations in BC and
Mhm.
across the country to help us
When
select families that are actively searching for their missing loved ones.
when did she start this book? Was it before your walk or during your walk?
I think she started it before our walk, but she really buckled down while we were doing the walk. Like we were hungry for chapters. She would send us a
Right.
chapter or two at a time as she got them completed to her reading group.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then we would provide feedback before she gave us another chapter.
Wow, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a hold of her and then maybe do a little thing with her too if she has time. Sounds like a busy person, but more
Yeah.
publicity the better, right? So
Yeah, no, and
Mhm.
especially knowing that all the revenues for this book are going directly to families.
exactly.
It's huge.
Okay, I will
Um,
put that in the show notes if anybody wants to get a hold of the book,
yeah.
to email Tanya and
Yeah.
Mhm.
get
Yeah,
a
and I
copy.
think if we take a picture of this too, that might be helpful.
Sure.
I don't know, maybe
Well,
produce
we'll
Canada.
take it. We could take a picture, give it to me through Facebook, and I'll put it up.
Yeah.
We
So
can do
yeah,
that. Okay. Um. So, okay, with your walk, you met lots of people, and we followed you across Canada and stuff. But like you said, now it's time to pick up the pieces, what financially, spiritually, or connecting with the community back in your home province. Um,
yes.
Mhm.
that takes a lot of work now too, right? Trying to get, because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand how like you up and left, right? And
Hmm.
just boom, and everybody go back to our first episode on your story to hear that version, and now you have to recover.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
It's been a lot, especially I guess just getting back into the swing of things of life pre-walk, and
yeah,
there's definitely you can't really go on a mission for 7 months and not come back to any financial consequences. So it took us quite a bit. We're almost there. We're
okay,
pretty darn close to
good,
getting all caught up on that. Like as you remember, we didn't want to make any like
yeah,
money off of anything, and
hmm,
people were offering to do swag for us and stuff, but it was really
right. This was
we didn't want
basically on
the
your own dime,
focus to
right?
to deflect from the actual what we were doing. We wanted to make sure that we were spreading the awareness, that we were opening
Right.
the conversation up, and that we were learning as we went along as to how everything's affected across the country. And I wanted to see if there was any differences, or if there was people that had this figured out, communities that had this figured out, and if there
Right.
was anything we could learn from that.
Right. And that makes you a fountain of information now, almost like a teacher or a helper. You're too young to be an elder, but being able to supply people with this information makes you guys a valuable resource in the community. I would think. How's your truck? Did that truck? Because I know you had
It's
problems with
still
it, and then you had it
it's
fixed.
still going.
Is it
Old
that
Blue's
poor
going.
poor truck? I tell you, man.
Blue's still good.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. The other day we went to go and grab the kids, my niece and nephew, and we have either the car or the truck, and the car won't fit everybody, right? And so
Right.
it's like, well, we're gonna take the truck, and then my niece looks at me and she's like, because we haven't washed it, right? We just left all the handprints and they're fading off as they
Oh,
fade
cool.
off. So she's like, we're gonna take that one because it's pretty. It's our something about it's beautiful with the paint job, right? And I was like, yeah. And then my nephew looks over and he's like, oh no, we're taking Rusty Dusty.
Rusty Dusty. I like
Yeah.
that. That's
I was like, no, it's pretty with the paint job. No, Auntie, that's Rusty Dusty. Sorry.
That's funny. So how long are you going to be where you are now? Like, what's your future plans here? Can I inquire?
Up until October for sure we'll be here,
Okay.
but after that, because carpentry is a little bit harder to do in the winter,
Yes.
so I don't know what they have planned for us. I'm sure they have something for me to do indoors, but October is probably the date that I'm thinking that's when everything's going to be changed.
Yeah, and as for my work, I like doing it better in community. Like I actually really like being up here.
Right.
But if I can do it kind of anywhere, but I'd prefer to be in community.
Right. So are you going to come back to Prince George in October or Fort St. James
That's
or?
Prince George would probably be the place to go. But yeah,
All right.
that's yeah,
So,
yeah, that's where the other office is too. So it would definitely have to be Prince George, but
sounds good.
it's keeping Cameron busy is the part where we have to
Oh,
go around.
It determines on where we live.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. At least you don't have to go through running shoes or shoes doing
Yeah.
what you do now, because that was an experience too, right?
Honestly, I'm
I
really
just got rid of the pair that we got gifted in
Elliot Lake.
Elliot Lake.
Yeah, and I still go through like a pair every 2 months. Like
Really?
I just start buying hikers because I don't know. I'm just like I need tough rubber.
Okay, that's funny.
Heavy foot.
Well, like I said, I just wanted to touch base, and I won't take much of your time. Is there anything you want any of the audience or anybody who watches this little show to know at all? Anything that comes to mind?
I just want to thank you actually. You
Oh,
seen us grow on this trip. You seen when we were so frustrated with the system. You seen like a little piece of every emotion we experienced because often when you talk to us,
And you were the first person that gave us the interview and gave us the platform that we have.
Yeah, and quite often when you did speak to us, it was after a long 10 to 12-hour day of walking, and we were
true.
like
Yeah.
gone through every emotion you could think of. Our bodies were aching, and I just wanted to thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I got to say, well, thank you, because the issue that you face is actually also dear to my heart, being part of the um, I've been part of the indigenous culture for years, and other people, like through friends and relationships, and I it's just I just look at it as a Canadian thing that we have to fix this. Is how I look at it. So I appreciate what you guys have done, and I'm gonna get a copy of Tanya's book, and I'll see how it ends. That's what I will do. So thank you
There
very
is one
much.
thing that we had a gathering for LBN, My Nation.
Okay.
And they asked me to come up and speak. And the one thing that really stuck with me is like, our nation is only as strong as like the people that are at their lowest. So, and when we bring them people up, like our nation is going to be a lot stronger than that, because
This is true.
yeah,
yeah, and there were so many issues, like with the residential schools, losing that generation that could have learned from their moms and dads, and then learning all that knowledge. So the struggle right now is to get that knowledge back, and then to disseminate it through the
it's
population. But it's
going back to
fairness.
tradition, and going back to how things were before, because my brother is down and out. Like, alcohol is
100%, and it doesn't just affect Indigenous people in the streets of Edmonton right now. There's people from all different parts of the world that are struggling and homeless. And
Yeah.
so maybe through your journey too, there could be some wisdom for these people as well. Because it's not only going back to tradition, if I might say, it's learning to adjust in the society that we've built here, right? And how everybody can get along and still maintain your traditions and stuff. So I have no answer for that except live peacefully, I guess. That's what it is. But you know what? If you hang on, I'll end the program and we'll talk for a few minutes. Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Cameron. Everybody buy Tanya's book.
Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya. Okay. It'll be in the show notes. So.